Welcome to the MetaGame with Oni Black Mage. Today I'll be covering Batman Arkham City. I'll be delivering a walkthrough for all the Riddler riddles and Riddler trophies hidden around Arkham City, so I hope everyone watching us finds something helpful. A few things I want to make clear first. I will not be covering all the collectibles in this series, like the balloons, the cameras, and the penguins, although keep in mind they do contribute to your overall completion score. I will cover Catwoman trophies, albeit separately. Next, this was shot in standard definition, so if you don't like that, well, it's just too bad. In addition, this run is being completed after the game and credits, where, like the first game, the whole city remains open and you can continue playing. Thugs still respawn, but at least there are no helicopters there to bother you. If you wish to resolve the riddles before post-game, as you might want to as they're worth 200 experience each, then keep in mind the minimum equipment set you will need. In order to get all the riddles, you will need to have progressed the story and obtain freeze blast grenades, and unlock the line gun with tightrope upgrade, both cryptographic amplifiers, and both disruptor upgrades. To get started scanning riddles, you will need to have also solved the first part of the Enigma Conundrum side quest, which I am showing in brief here. So after you scan the very first riddle, which is going to be the organ piano up in the corner there, the first thing you're going to get is an achievement or a trophy depending on the system you're playing. So turn around and get ready to start scanning riddles. After this, the Riddler just gives a small little joke, makes fun of you, and then we're going to begin our side quest. What's nice is that this will be very critical and crucial because it will reveal all the locations of the riddles on our map, making this walkthrough and yours very likely very simple. And you probably noticed that I'm playing on the animated Batman skin, which I only felt was appropriate because honestly all the voice acting in this game was done by the animated series crew, so I think it's only right to play as animated series Batman. So in brief, what you're going to have to do is basically just identify green labeled thugs throughout the city. They're pretty obvious, just beat up everybody else around them, you get a chance to interrogate them, and they give you a piece of a clue puzzle. When you later go to the courthouse, you're going to use those puzzle bits as coordinates towards deciphering and finding the Riddler's recording. After that, the police officer is going to get you the Enigmatron, which you're going to solve. The answer is secret. And after that point, that's when you go ahead and have all the locations of the trophies, all on your map, making it significantly easier. So, let's get started. Since we're at the courthouse, let's start there. Right around the corner after you solve the Enigmatron, you're going to see the very first riddle. On the judge's desk over there, you're going to see Harvey's twin guns over there, so go ahead and make sure you center them in the camera, snapshot them. I'm going to go ahead and try to make it a habit to show the location of where I am as I solve every riddle trophy, because I got comments last time saying that was very helpful. Right after the stairs, you're going to go ahead and turn around and Batclaw, notice how I said Batclaw and not Batarang, as I had many people not so gently remind me in my very first Batman walkthrough that I misspoke and said Batarang instead of Batclaw, even though you would think that after making 18 videos of that walkthrough that I probably already figured that out and it was just an honest mistake. Doesn't stop some people though. Anyway, the next one is right around the corner. Over here in the cell you're going to see Calendar Man. And while he has his own little side quest, we're just going to go ahead and scan him as he himself is a riddle. You'll notice that adjacent to his cell is a Riddler trophy, but to unlock that is going to be the first of quite a few cleverly triggered Batman riddles. That's actually one thing that this game did better than the last one, which is make its acquisition of the riddles a little bit more involved. You're going to see a little dead switch over there past that broken cell, and what you're going to need to do is throw a remote batarang guided through electricity that's up here on the roof, hit that little circuit box, charge it, and that will unlock the door adjacent to Calendar Man. So just go ahead and do that. You'll notice that the exit is also the entrance here to the courthouse, as this is post-game, and so the front entrance is completely blown off per the story. Go ahead and charge it, wind around the entire stairwell, making sure you don't hit any walls. I don't know about you, but I prefer taking off my inverted controls for piloting the remote batarang here, but incidentally I leave it on for my flights using my regular cape. Go figure. Everybody has their preference, I guess. So you charge that, you go ahead and unlock the door, and just go downstairs and collect your trophy. turn. One thing I did like was the inclusion of Calendar Man as well as others, but one thing I feel is that the attempt to include so many Batman villains in this game probably watered down the significance of each one. Kind of like the first Michael Keaton Batman movie where, you know, they focused on the Joker in the first one, that was great, and then the second one they had pretty much 3 villains, and so each one pretty much got watered down, making the movie overall pretty weak. But, okay, you're going to exit the courthouse from the back. We're just going to go ahead and start collecting riddles around the courthouse, so that's why we're just going to start off in Park Row over here. You're going to notice that I leave the pink ones, which are the Catwoman trophies, off to the side. What makes post-game very convenient is that you're going to see a lot of switch points that you can have between Batman and Catwoman, making a post-game run of this significantly easier for collecting her trophies. Anyway, right around the courthouse is Selina/Catwoman's apartment, and the graffiti below it, after it exploded obviously, is what your next riddle is. Go ahead and make sure the camera is still being sensitive, and go ahead and collect all of it. But yeah, I would have preferred seeing a little bit more Batman villains that, such as, I think, Firefly would have been nice, Black Mask would have been a logical addition, Ventriloquist would have been pretty cool, and honestly, not to have spoilers, but, you know, Scarecrow, which had fantastic sequences in the last game, didn't even make an appearance in this one. And go figure, in the last game you had way too many Bane-esque fights, and in this game you don't have any, and I'm not going to go ahead and include that Titan that you fight towards the end. It's really not the same thing. Anyway, this is another riddle that is going to take a little bit more intelligent thought, like so many of these riddles in the city will. What you're going to see is 3 question marks, and these question marks can normally be triggered by hitting them with a batarang or explosive gel, and any other armaments. But since we have to hit all 3 of these at the same time, we're going to have to go ahead and trigger the explosive gel on all 3. So I'll just go ahead and apply it. Step back, pop them all, and there you go. And a nice little custom cage bubble. Not too far from this Riddler trophy is another Riddler trophy off in the political prisoners camp, little hobo camp over here. It's right through this weak wood wall, so just plow on through and collect your Riddler trophy. With the number of Riddler trophies, it may seem a little intimidating to be sprawled around the city like this, but honestly that's the only major function of this city. You can't go in many buildings, and a lot of them are really just there for collecting riddles. A lot of these buildings are actually just there as ornaments, kind of making this one of those open worlds where the open worldness is almost a way just to spread around content. It's actually kind of empty when you think about it, really kind of small. But anyway, the next sign you have to scan is the label for the neighborhood here, Catastrophic Subsidence, so go ahead and center it in your camera, snap it, and that's another one down. Go ahead and start winding around the city here. This next Riddler trophy is unlocked through a pressure plate that you see over there to the side. What you're going to need to do is just stand on there, and if you look forward and down, you're going to see a door open up. What you need to do is either just fall down in there or dive bomb. You need to make sure you're quick because the door will close behind you, like such. You could have just dive bombed on through the floor, but I decided to take a more gentle approach and just, detonate it with explosive gel. Turn around, collect it. That's another one down. Gonna go ahead and just fly out of there. This next one's not too complicated either. What you're going to see is another cage just sitting by itself, but if you turn on detective mode, you'll notice the circuitry leading off to the nearby Riddler question mark, that is the trigger. This one is simple, in which all you need to do is just pull out a regular batarang, aim for the question mark dot at the bottom, hit it, and that's all you need to do. The next one is actually in the alley pretty much right below where the question mark was. Just go ahead and jump down. This is one of the examples of why you need to progress the story a little bit farther, enough to get freeze blast grenades, as that is precisely what you're going to need to do to go ahead and close off that steam vent. So run, slide under, grab that, and slide back out again. I have to say, I should probably file a complaint that they didn't take my suggestion last time and include a graphic filter that, even though they have like 1960s Batman as a skin, they don't have the classic little fight filter in which every time he punches somebody, you see those, you know, exaggerated pow, you know, blam windows. That would be so crazy. Anyway, you're going to notice that I'm clipping out a lot of the thug combat that you're going to see intermittently as you or yourself are collecting the Riddler trophies, mostly because you already know what it looks like for Batman to be beating up on other people. No need for me to pad out the video like that. This next one is going to require a little bit more precise explanation. Let me go ahead and clear out the area of thugs first. It's never fun when you're collecting riddles and, you know, you get killed or shot in some way. Sometimes the autosave doesn't quite save the riddles you collected. In fact, they almost never do. So you'll notice after I down that guy, there's a pressure plate on the floor connected to the plate, but there's also one on the building over there and one on the building right behind me. What you're going to need to do is actually fly, glide down, hit one switch, turn around, hit the other switch, and then land on the pressure plate. I will show you. So make sure you glide correctly, just make sure you hit it square on. And wall jump off there, glide. Hit the wall, kick off, glide again, and land. There you go. It's good that they, in my opinion, kept the thugs lying around, because it's nice to stay on your toes and keep collecting XP. If you didn't know already, Catwoman, if you have her as content, she pretty much siphons off Batman's experience for getting her own upgrades. The next one that we're going to cover is another one of the little bit more clever applications of gadgets. What you actually have here are 4 question marks spread out, and what you need to do is actually hit all 4 within 4 seconds. And this one you can't batarang your way out of. What you're going to need to do is place explosive gel along 3 of them, and go ahead like the last time and trace the location of all 4 of them through the wires you see in detective mode. Place explosive gel on the 3 outer ones, and the one right in front of the Riddler cage itself, go ahead and be ready to just quick fire some batarangs into it. You're close enough to where they're home in and hit them, no problem. Go ahead and paint that one, claw up. The next one's on an adjacent building, so just keep following the little electrical cabling there. Just right around this nook. All 3 are in place. Go ahead and get yourself in a position. Right around the cage itself is just fine. This is close enough to quick-fire batarangs and hit. So detonate all of them, throw out a quick-fire batarang, and there you go. Another Riddler trophy. At the time of completion, I needed this to get the XP necessary to get the final upgrade. I needed to get the gun turret for the northernmost trophy. So now that I have the Disruptor Firearm Jammer, I'm good to go. Alright, so we're going to pause here and pick this up in part 2. So thanks for watching the metagame. I'm hoping this is an eagerly awaited release for some of you to help out with Batman. So thanks for watching. These will be regular releases, and thanks for watching the metagame. OBM out.